Hello everyone, welcome back to Tomb Raider. It's Natla's Mines, I think that's how you say that. I guess Natla is the name of the woman. I thought it was just the name of the company. Maybe it's both. I don't know. It's pretty amazing how much I've played this game and I still don't really know like what's going on in it. Anyway, this is a neat little level, a little bit different than some other stuff that we've been seeing, a little bit of a change in pace. It's still mostly gray. And yeah, I thought for some reason that I could just make it over to this ledge here that's covered by the gate, but I forgot about the gate. So I had to redo that part, so that was what the edit was about. And as you can see here, I'm trying to just do because the camera will follow you if you turn Lara around, and I've been trying to remember. I mean, it's kind of pointless at this point. We're getting toward the end of the game, but I've been trying to remember to do that whenever I'm in those like enclosed spaces, like those tunnels, because I normally prefer to be using the mouse to change the camera because there's a little bit of a delay with the turning with your movement, and it can, like, the default camera movements in this game, if you're not like moving the mouse around at all, can really like fuck up your doing things, at least for me. And this is me remembering that they took my guns in the cutscene in the last video, which I did not think would be the case. But it certainly answered a question I was having when I did a little bit of a look forward at the beginning of this level in the long play, and I was wondering why he wasn't bothering to shoot the rats. I was like, shoot the rats, guy, what is this, a fucking pacifist run all of a sudden? But no, it's because you don't have any guns. And you have to get them. I don't know, nothing in any cutscenes has like affected anything up to this point, so I didn't expect it to. I also completely forgot that they even did that. I kind of just thought, like, I don't know, I'm stupid. I just thought the video game would be the way it always is. Anyway, yeah, but I do appreciate the slight change of pace. It's neat being in this sort of like mechanical, like more modern, backdrop after, several levels of, old ruins and stuff like that. I don't know if this is the case, but do, other Tomb Raider games, like, do much, like more normal, for lack of a better term, locales? Like, are there any Tomb Raider games where you're, like, in a city or something, but it's like a level and you do this platforming and puzzle shit, but it's in something more like that and not like ruins or whatever? I guess it doesn't, it's kind of to be expected that most of it would be in ruins and stuff in a Tomb Raider game, but, I think it's cool to have a changed pace every once in a while. But anyway, yeah, I've been trying to not use the mouse in these corridors like I'm doing here, because then you get these herky-jerky camera motions that I feel like don't look very good and aren't very fun. But you can kind of get boned with the way that the camera behaves on its own, so it's a little bit prickly. Principal prickly. So yeah, the name of the game here is you're getting the 3 fuses. It's pretty much like every other level in the game, where it's essentially just about opening a door, just in a little bit more of an indirect way with this one, because you're not finding the different things to stick in the thing in order to open the door. You're finding the different things to stick in the thing to move a box so that you can move a minecart so that you can crash through the door and open it, or make an opening to the next place. So it just has a few more degrees of separation, but it's still essentially look for the things and open the door. And like a lot of the most annoying levels in the game, the challenge isn't always so much finding the things, but getting back with the things. And that is a really hilarious way that you fall. Every time that I've fallen down there, it like zips me back over to that place, to that part of it. I have no idea why. But yeah, I kind of blame the game for that one there, because I mean, I was doing the grappling hook the way you're supposed to, but there's like a weird lump in the wall that like kills your momentum if you're not doing it at a very specific angle, and can make it kind of hard then when you have to press S to fly away from the wall, because it like doesn't know what miss whatever is your direction. And I don't know why I thought that would work. I don't know why, like, it seems to be some issue with going over these railings. She can do about everything else, but not flip over some railings. Whenever I encounter railings in a video game, I always just assume that it has GTA controls and you can just hop. And I press the hop button in GTA and wonder why it doesn't work. And for this part, you actually have to press more than one button to get everything that you want. Or actually, no, I think that's a little bit later. Actually, no, yeah, you do have to do it here, because you have to move the box closer so that you can jump on it. So you do that, and now we can hop up on the box, hop on pop, and get the last fuse. Yeah. I like these little tunnels. How many more times am I going to say that I like this level and that it's, you know, neat? Again, I enjoy the change of pace, and this part coming up here is pretty annoying, but it's mostly just because it had the problem of what I feared going into this level, which is that and that, you know, a problem I've had in a few levels, where it's not always immediately clear to me, like, what things are interact with a bull, and, like, what thing I'm supposed to be going to next. Which is what I'm trying to ascertain here, because there's a bunch of little ledges here, and you will have to be here again at some point, but for right now you just need to drop down and break your ankles and not get bitten by the rat, who can still hurt you even when you are hanging above the ground, because apparently they hop up. And this is fast-forwarding to about 25 minutes later, because even after I figured out what you're supposed to do, this took forever. There was a glitch that kept happening with this jump here, where when I was trying to pull myself up onto this platform, it would just launch me around. But yeah, you're supposed to go on this thing. I thought that little metal bar there you can also hop onto, but it doesn't do anything, so it kind of threw me off. And these little things, I don't know why. I think it's just because it's a mine. And obviously there's like mine levels and everything, and obviously there's Minecraft, and a lot of great games have mine cart or mine levels, like Banjo-Tooie, and fucking what else is Minecraft? Open Season has one. That's a great, it's a certified classic. I do think, was Open Season one of the PlayStation 2 greatest hits games? Because I think it might have been. But I don't know if it was ballin' like that or not. But I know that at least one of the SpongeBob ones was. I think Battle for Bikini Bottom and Lights, Camera, Pants were both PS2 greatest hits, and I think Ratatouille as well. But I may be overstating. I do not know. Anyway, yeah, the best way to go is just to go back over here. That's what I have found. And those little rascally rats. You can hear them squeaking, plotting. And if I remember correctly, I think we're coming up on some cut scenery pretty soon. Oh, after I figure out what you're supposed to do with this, which is bash the fucking roof of this building in. I just got done watching the movie The Trial of the Chicago 7, the new Aaron Sorkin movie. It's actually been out for like a month now. And I watched it to review it. I don't even know if I should review it now because it's been out forever, and I don't really think anyone is itching to hear my opinion on it, even though, I mean, I guess I have a nuanced opinion on it. I guess I'll save it for if I ever make a video about it, but, you know, its politics are not a thing I like very much. But it was, you know, decently entertaining enough. And, like, come on, you should definitely be able to go out there. Although, I will admit, the way that you are supposed to go out there is really cool. And it's so cool, in fact, that I assumed that it wasn't the way to go. I was like, it would be cool if you could shoot out this glass, but at least to my knowledge, there's been no other time in this game where you've had to shoot out glass. So I didn't expect it to be a thing. And also, it was fun, so I didn't think that it would be what they wanted me to do. But yeah, trying to balance, like, going to work and watching movies and recording videos and then doing stuff for my own recreation, like reading books or playing video games that I'm not recording, is difficult. And I feel bad because I feel bad that so many of my interests and, like, things that I occupy my time with are just consuming media, but it is what I am, like, passionate about, and part of my, you know, hope to make a career eventually out of either writing movies or at least writing about movies and writing about culture or what have you is, like, to be versed in that stuff and to, you know, engage in a lot of it. So, you know, doing it is important to me, and that's kind of how I rationalize away, you know, trying to make time for it every day, but it makes me feel shitty sometimes. And also I'm the type of person that if I make, like, a plan ahead of time of, like, how I'm going to spend my day, I like to try to stick to it, but that can make me into a little fucker.
Sorry,
I really like that face he makes when he comes on screen. He's got, like, a naughty boy face. Also, okay, no, I was about to say, isn't this the motherfucker who got, like, his head stomped in by those horse demons? But that was the French guy, never mind.
I don't have time for this. Get out of the way, or you die.
What you gonna do, shoot me? Come on, Lara. I just work here. Now, I know how bad you want this, but I can't let you pass. And we both know you're not gonna kill me for it. That's just not who you are.
I'm not who you think I am.
That's right, folks. We're murderers. Yeah, this doesn't have the problem of the 2013 Tomb Raider, even though you have been remorselessly killing a lot of animals and demons up to this point. Lara, at least as far as I can remember, has not willfully killed a human yet up to this point. And this is supposed to be her origins. Although I'm pretty sure Tomb Raider 4 takes place before Tomb Raider 1, of which this is a remake. As one where she's like a teenage girl or something. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. But yeah, this is, this is Lara Croft getting into it, I suppose. Although, obviously, the implication is that she has gone on some wacky adventures up to, like, before this. But yeah, that's her first body, and boy will it not be the last. In fact, not spoil anything, but you won't even have to wait like 10 minutes before she kills someone else. But yeah, this doesn't have the problem of Tomb Raider 2013, where there's this big thing in the storyline about how she feels bad killing people, but in the actual course of gameplay kills many people. And yeah, just saving here, just for good old precaution, you know. Sucked absolute dick at this part of the level, I gotta be honest. Although it's pretty cool, I do generally like lava stuff. In games, in movies, especially in movies, if you when I was a little kid, if there was a cartoon or an action movie or whatever that had a part where they were in like a volcano or there was lava, it was like the coolest thing ever to me. And yeah, there's a little thingy down there. I'm not entirely sure how you go about getting over there. I'm sure it's not very hard, but I didn't feel like getting it because, like, we're getting toward the end of the game. I've already resolved that I am not finding even a little bit, like, not even close to all of the treasures and like, hidden things, so I'm just kind of picking up whatever I can. And this is what you have to do, is hop off of this rock. It's just a little finicky, like everything else. What was I just saying? I do not remember. My brain is absolute mush today, even more so than usual. It's because I had an actual good and well-rested day at work. My brain's not used to that. And, oh, wouldn't you know it, we have some more henchmen.
I was hoping you'd show up. I want to make you scream.
Unless you want to end up like Larson. Get out of my way.
It's so good, isn't it? Gets even better. You can't explain it to people. They have to
Ow.
feel it.
Girl, you gotta be out of your mind!
Oh yeah, so this is apparently what happens when you accidentally press the wrong button. I don't know why. I thought it was gonna go to a boss fight, so I was strafing to the right instead of hitting down like I was supposed to, and instead of showing the cutscene and having me die and restart, it fucking crashed. But luckily, once you reload, it sends you right back to where you wanted. But yeah, just a little strange thing. Thought I would show it. You get to see the fucking title screen. You haven't seen that since the beginning of LP. That's cool. The background changes depending on what level you're in. It's pretty neat. Holy fuck! If this game had any, like, blood in it or anything, it would be very, very violent. This is pretty violent for a T-rated game. I mean, yeah, we've already seen some guy get his skull crushed by some horse demons, but that's always happening in video games. But yeah, like the double Uzis and stabbing him in the stomach and holding him by the knife and tossing him, like, that was pretty sick. Of course, a thing that they ended up making good on in the new Tomb Raider games, which are rated M and which feature some just incredibly gruesome deaths. Especially when you're, for like the player character, like Lara. I remember I was playing that game when it came out, and I was in high school, and I was much more, like, you know, squeamish and sensitive than even I am now. And Lara's just, like, getting stabbed right through the stomach with a big, long wooden spike and shit, and getting stabbed in the head, and all kinds of wacky stuff. So, the way that you're, like, apparently supposed to get up on this little nub here is to hop on the slope back here and jump to it like that, but obviously you can do both of them. I find the way I was trying to do it a little easier, even though, yeah, I had to try it a million times because this game doesn't make any goddamn sense, and you can do the same jump in the exact same way 15 times and get, you know, 4 different results. But it's life, you know, what are you gonna do? I'm just gonna keep bitching about it until the end of the LP, which is coming up, because, I mean, in this big door that we're gonna spend the next 6 minutes trying to open, is the last level. Well, technically the second to last level, but they're basically the same level, pretty much. Anyway, yeah, you gotta hop on these little boys that sink in. This whole thing looks, it might just be because I watched the first 2 Bionicle movies for the first time the other day that I'm thinking this, but it looks like something that would be in Bionicle. Or like Star Wars or something. These, this big slope. It's very, like, different for the rest of the game, and the next level even more so in terms of what the environment looks like. A lot more, you know, mechanical, obviously. I mean, I guess most of the formations that we've been hopping around in this game up to this point have been man-made, technically. But, you know what I mean. Like, more, not ruined, you know, not ruined by time. And it's also, I believe, for, like, a company, so there's an element of that. And it's also run by a fucking Atlantean demon woman, so it has sort of a, how would I describe it? Like, it has kind of an alien vibe to me, mostly just because of the look of, like, especially this fake language on these things. Reminds me of, like, the egg aliens from Jimmy Neutron. And yeah, there's another thing that's pretty easily within reach that I just didn't bother getting. You can do it if you want to hop around this. I mean, and in my opinion, you're probably going to have to do, like, at least 2 rounds of hopping and getting back up here and hopping to hop on all of the things that you need to hop on. And then you got to do it at least a 3rd time to get that shit on top of the other rock on the other side. While I'm talking about the look of things and vibes and stuff, there's something. Well, to segue into it, I guess. The other day, Liv and I were talking about religion and more specifically Christianity, and it was always interesting to talk about that because I was raised Catholic and Liv was raised in no particular religion at all, and by parents who are generally more skeptical, certainly more skeptical of religion than my parents were, and are. And so there's a lot of, like, basic cable stuff about, like, Christianity, a Bible that she doesn't know. and we were talking about how when we took our mosaics classes, which is like the humanities seminar that every freshman had to take in college, where you read like the major texts, like we read Gilgamesh and the Bhagavad Gita and a bunch of other shit. And you have one of the ones that you have to read is the Bible, and that like every class has to eventually get to is the Bible because it's an important document. I mean, it is, but and we were just remembering back when she showed me a pop quiz that she took on it, where she got a lot of generic questions wrong, and I could be like, haha, epic Christian guy when your non-religious GF doesn't know that Genesis was the first book of the Bible. And so that was funny. And it was making me think about how religious stuff had like a very specific sensory aura to me as a kid. Like, whenever I was in religion class or anything at school or in church or whatever, I would always associate certain smells with it, particularly like oils and ash also for some reason. Like, I would think about it, and I still do whenever I think about just like Christianity or Catholicism or Jesus or like just the concept of religion in general. I like feel or see different colors in my head, like purple for religion, which is a phenomenon that happens with several different things, and it's very weird, and I can't explain it. I hope that makes sense to someone. Maybe I'll expound upon it in the next video.